Wisdom Dose with Sonaford.
Proverbs 4 verse 7 says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding.
I can't overemphasize how much more wisdom is needed in this generation.
In an era where our values, our norms have been seriously eroded, I'm sure that listening to Wisdom Dose with Sonaford will go a long way to change our perception about what life is all about, and also encourage us that this life is worth living.
I believe in the project so that as you listen to the weekly program, you will have one thing or the other to hold on to.
So take Wisdom Dose from Sonaford and you will see how things will start changing gradually for you and for your generation.
Join Wisdom Dose with Sonaford.
Be part of the committed people ready to build the elder society.
As you know that we are still looking at contentment as our topic, and seriously we are looking at the power of contentment in nation building. Ladies and gentlemen, the fact that many people are doing it does not make the wrong right. Yes. And the fact that you are the only one doing it does not actually make the right wrong. The essence of our program, Wisdom Dose with Sonaford, is number one, to communicate value and to impart lives. And number two is to let the general public know that what is right, even when no one is doing it. And what is wrong is very wrong, even when everybody is doing it. So when we are looking at the way things are getting degenerated in society, don't ever think that everybody is doing it. No, there are still some people that are still standing. I am only emphasizing this so that you will not be thinking that because we say this generation, no. There are still some people that are still standing, even in this generation. That wrong thing you are doing, who is telling you that is just the best way it can be done? Everybody knows the difference between the right and the wrong. So if you choose to do the wrong, don't do it based on assumption that everybody is doing it. Having said that, I want to welcome you to this week's edition of Wisdom Dose with Sonaford. As you know, our guest in the course of this discussion is Honorable Akeem Akintayo Amosun. After your campaign some years back in ANN, the allegation came up that the former governor of Ogun State gave you some juicy offer.
If I want to go into that, there's no way you play politics that you won't see offer. And the offer always comes with their own demands. And if you know where you are going, you know that certain offer cannot travel, cannot go far. It will only scatter what you are doing. So what we are trying to refer to was when we finished our election in ANN, remember that we brought ANN to Ogun State to Abeokuta, and ANN did very well, only in Abeokuta South, in the whole of 774 local governments. To the glory of God, we posted over 6,000 votes. Then we didn't really have governorship candidates. So we now decided that between the APC and APM, which one should we do? So we all resolved, because by my own nature, I don't take decision unilaterally. We all resolved in the house and look at the parameters here and there and say, okay, from our findings and conclusion, we resolved that APM will likely produce the governor, and we joined. We didn't join them as in the campaign, no. We supported them and say, we support you. We support your candidate to win the election. When they win the election, you can be part of the government. So, and they were asking, how much do you want to receive? And we're saying, and I told them that this is not a function of money. It's a function of, if we win, what are we going to get? We want to do government. So there is no amount of money you pay us that can. Some people were hungry with that and say, they don't do politics that way. You should have collected the money. And I was like, the way I look at the whole thing, even if they want to offer you money, how much will they offer you? 20 million, 30 million, 50 million. And when you look at the numbers of the people that you have, you know that the money will destroy it. So people that were not satisfied with that were the people that conjure certain information and say, he has collected money. He collected 30 million. Go and check him. They gave him car. They gave him this. They gave him that. And some people also came and said, this governor, Amosun will be going. Go to him. Go and request for employment for maybe 50 of us. And I told them I would do it, provided on only one condition. Once we take that appointment, be rest assured that we cannot leave that camp. And they said, no, we can take the appointment and leave the place. I said, if that is the case, I cannot do it. You understand? Because I knew that after that election, nothing will happen in that camp any longer. And I didn't want to go and take something from them, and I would now leave them. And I would now be hearing on the street that he collected this, he collected that. So those people that they came up and started conjoining those things and spreading it to their people. And some people didn't even verify, he has done it, he has done that. And they just left. And they were so shocked. After the election, 2-3 months after the election, we left and officially joined PDP. So at that point, they started coming back and saying, no. And later on, they did their findings for them and they discovered that we didn't take any penny from them. You understand? And before we went there, we also got another offer from late Buruji Kashamu. I was invited, we went to him. On that day, I met our chief, Remilekun Bakari there, and Ruben Abati and some other people, And they were saying they wanted to offer us money to do. And I said, sir, are you contesting at all? He said, what are you saying? I am contesting. I said, from your body language, the Buruji I've read about, if Buruji actually wanted to contest, there are certain things I will see. I didn't see you on the street, you were not doing campaign. Obviously, you were not contesting. He said, you are a smart boy. You saw it. I'm tired. He now confessed and said, but if you can help to hold Abeokuta, I said, there is no way we can hold it. Even you on the ballot, you were not on the field. He said, okay, go and think about it. We can offer this much. Offer this much, and when we win, we can do this, we can do that. I said, I've heard this, I'll get back to you. 2-3 days after, they started calling me. He called and called and called, and I didn't go back to him. So some of our followers were also angry and said, Oga, you should have collected that one, you collect this, you collect that, you put them together, you do this. And I said, where we are going, we are still going far.
There are some things that we take for granted that truly matter. This is the process of contentment, according to Honorable Akeem Akintayo Amosun, that actually gave him the privilege to get to where he is today.
And when we were joining APC, the same thing played out. But we have a better understanding. We have sanitized the system. We have sensitized our people. And we are saying, now that we are going to APC officially, I am not going there to go and say, Oga, we know, to go and negotiate for money. I'm not doing that. We are going to support this system. We are going to move, and we are going to our final destination. We are going to do this and this. And we went there. And I met our amiable governor. He said, what can we now do for you? I said, I'm here to, he said, they said it. I said, we are not collecting anything. We are ready to do this job. He said, I will do all in my capacity to make you happy. And he did it. There's one thing about our governor. Once he says something, he will do it. You just need time. That is where the patience and contentment comes in. You understand? And since we have that already, it wasn't any problem. So when we were waiting, while waiting, some of the followers could not withstand, could not understand why we were waiting. Call him, do this. I said, no. We do see on a regular basis on programs, and he's telling me something. So let us go and be patient. And the day he called himself, said, Akeem, you read accounting? I said, yes. Send your CV to me. The next time he will call, Akeem, congratulations, your appointment has been approved by Mr. President. I said, wow. I did not even ask him.
Which appointment? What portfolio?
So the third time he will call, say, Akeem, have you been called? You have screening on Thursday in Abuja. You've been appointed as Federal Commissioner. So I said, wow. So I said, you can come to the office. And I went there. Thank him. And he said a lot of things positive about how it still bothered on the fact that you are a contented person. You are a patient person. You understand? I saw that. And you see, those people I'm seeing with you, I want you to go and look after them. And that is why I'm getting this for you. You know, you didn't ask me. You didn't solicit for it. You didn't lobby for it. You didn't send anybody to me. But I know that I must give you this. And that is why I did it. Say thank you so much, sir. And I won't disappoint you. I won't disappoint you by the special grace of God. So you cannot rule it out. And I've been like this right from the childhood. I've been like this. And when I discovered it was working for me, I now establish it as my core,
That's one of your major
core guiding principle in life.
Contentment.
And anybody I meet, I do the same thing. I'm not bothered about somebody is doing something here, somebody is doing something here, somebody is buying land here, somebody is buying car here, somebody is doing this. I'm not bothered. And I won't feel jealous, I will even identify with you, I will play with you, I will celebrate you. I don't bother. But I know where God is taking us to. And I'm contented about it. I have a content mind. And so that gives me happiness, spiritual growth, happiness, spiritual growth, stable state of mind, healthy personality. I'm not bothered. If I run after something not working, out of God. If I run after something, it works, I thank God. So that's what we do.
There's some sensitive position in this country that requires men. It is not only your academic it is not only your academic certificates. It is not only your work experience that are needed, but one of the major things that are needed are some virtues. The virtues that are never taught in school. The virtues that are never preached on pulpits. The virtues that can only be inculcated over time. The virtue that other people can testify of. You can see how contentment actually pay off. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this. Thank you for staying tuned with Wisdom Dose with Sonaford. By the special grace of God, next week, I am coming with a very special package. We are going to talk majorly about what is said concerning the governor of Ogun State. And I will be glad, by the special grace of God next week, to share that testimony with us. Obviously, I am not part of people that support people cursing their leaders. I don't do it. And maybe it's because of my belief. I don't do it because I tell people that let us pray for our leaders. I said something earlier. I said the fact that everybody is doing it does not make the wrong right. And the fact that no one is doing it will never make the right wrong.
Do you know you need wisdom? Yes, Proverbs 4 verse 7 says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding.
I can't overemphasize how much more wisdom is needed in this generation.
You need a dose of wisdom daily to live a better life. I present to you Wisdom Dose with Sonaford, a platform designed to communicate value, impact in lives.
Geo Habitat is encouraging individual people out there to join Wisdom Dose with Sonaford.
Let's be part of this. Let's watch, let's follow, and let's enlarge and increase this community.
Join Wisdom Dose with Sonaford.
8 p.m. every Saturday, and dare not miss Wisdom Dose with Sonaford.